games are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down.
And the Las Vegas first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle
And on the stop that time, Terrell Basham.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Patrick on Watson.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's Frank Gore, the veteran who sits third all-time in rush yards. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that is incomplete. Rookie wideout T. Higgins, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10, Newton again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Newton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown in. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think
he's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Touchdown.
Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Yo. Football's the mic. Mike's phone. Gun. Great. 19 right. Check.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Oh, he'll let one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
40%. I got you. 44.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
28, Joe Mixon.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
By the Raiders.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
3-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
On first down, Jacobs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz?
This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Makes the
extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Carlson to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. T. Higgins. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14 to 10.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Jets 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Throwing on first down. Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
that's going to be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
To throw on third down, Carr. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
20. Check 4.
On first down, Newton. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Got to love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's 3rd and short.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. A shotgun snap for Newton. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Max Crosby in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
Raiders 17.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this 2nd half. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the 2nd half with a touchback. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Brought down. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. After the run, Newton going to throw. He's got this one complete to Perriman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But I think Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
He's brought down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground, this time with Gore.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game. And he's got a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On first down, it's Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And Newton's going to keep it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Here's 2nd and a yard. Newton takes it himself. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Frank Gore, the ball carrier. A fumble on the play. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
A good game there on 1st down. That run will get him 7 up to the 32-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
3 at the 32-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, New York Jets. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on second down, Carr eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down is Carr.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now 2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. 93. It's just me and you. Mike 54.
Throwing again. Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. That didn't appear to be a designed safety blitz. I think he was just going off instinct.
I love the way you described that because I'm thinking along with you. I'm not sure that was designed that way, but he saw an opportunity, gambled a little bit, and made it pay off.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the running game with Jacobs. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3rd down.
He's back to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
8-yard pickup.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Mixon with a first down carry. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Second down and 7. Once again, they run with Mixon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Jets, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
A loss of a yard.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run. Another miss.
Still on his feet. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. DK Metcalf, 76 yards. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Darius Leonard on the
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
He was brought down at the 13.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
3rd and 5.
Shotgun now for Carr. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth, when the ball's arriving and there's a defender.
He's got daylight past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry runs with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Raiders able to extend that. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Danico Autry is in on the stop. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Carr. He'll look down. It's caught inside the 25. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down in what will be a terrific final act to this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Nothing.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. One more time with Jacobs. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
At the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And now this offense gets ready to take over the football. 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Carr will let that's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Only took them 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that.
At the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On first down, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job.
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. Carr now on first down. And he'll look downfield for, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for So we're in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So we've come to half. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
6. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. As the Colts... So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Carr now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
The ball carrier.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. They work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good for Las Vegas.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball in his hands.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
The ball carrier.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of...
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr and a slam held in by Ruggs. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Getting in there to break that one up, Rocky Sin.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And John Gruden has made the call. His guys are going for it. They go with Jacobs. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. From the gun, Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs with his... So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll run on first down. Jacobs fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The ball carrier.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz just trying to get to the quarterback, trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
At the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. A scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Malik Hooker on
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it.
the pass on 2nd down. A fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. They can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Formation for the Raiders.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead.
Deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
The ball carrier. Darius Leonard on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at
this defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Got an open man, it's Ruggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and...
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy...
This offense gets ready to take over. They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Why were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
tonight.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 20 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. First down. It's Jacobs. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
A 3-yard pickup.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18.
That's good.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1, got to be in sync, and they were. Desmond King there on the coverage.
DK Metcalf, incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Jacobs now. And it powers way up near the 25.
Jacobs.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
24-yard line.
Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, it's Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
does a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And he fends him off. Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Joey Bosa. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Operating from the gun, Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. But he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings... After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brought down right at the line of
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
the 8-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
93.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. They'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone. It's Carr. This will be caught inside the 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, Carr looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and goal, Carr. And he He's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Operating from the gun. Carr. That is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs becoming just... So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. Shot here before half for Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Chargers 14.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Now Jones. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 30 on second down, Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Las Vegas.
What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
On first down, Carr. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That is caught, and the record is his. It's a touchdown. It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the third quarter. On first down, Jacobs. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
That's good for a Las Vegas.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense is just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air. but no, incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Desmond King there on the coverage.
2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Jacobs. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Carr, flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on down. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? Now the 5th-year running back, it's Jalen Richard.
Number 30.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
By Kenneth Murray.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 23-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Throwing his car on third down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
For the Raiders.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Now a hit and loose football. And the Raiders pick it up.
Play. Recovered by the Raiders.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Carr, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Carr going to give it to Jacobs, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
That's good.
6 yards there. First down, Raiders.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Brings up
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They're pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled it. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front.
Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now, what can the offense do as they take possession? They'll run on first down. Richard. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
10 at the 12-yard line.
On first down, Richard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Tonight's final.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the loss here is their 10th of the season. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on.
Thank you.